cause the T don't stop. She don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. Lakeysha Keysha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell cause the tea don't stop.
Hey guys, I hope everybody is having a grand day. Let's kind of jump in because I don't really have that much time, but I wanted to jump on here and give y'all the most updated information. Like I said, I was going to jump on and give y'all the information. I know I have been guilty, by holding it because I have so much shit to do. And for y'all that may not know, I still work a full-time job. So if y'all really think I be on here, I really don't be on here as much as I can because I work, okay? So before we get into this, y'all, let's let our intro play.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Now, I just feel a need to address some stuff because I really be trying to be nice and I really, really appreciate some of y'all. Like I can call some of y'all out by name. Y'all will, send me messages. Y'all send me stuff. I really appreciate you more than you know. But for the hoes that come over here and try to troll, let me just tell you this one thing, and I'm never going to address you again because I'm just going to block you because when I block people, my spirit was a lot better. But let's just say this. Now, I'm not saying I'm a beauty queen by far, but one thing I ain't is ugly. Please do not come on to my page and say anything to me when you look like booty. You heard me, booty. So I'm going to address one thing. So somebody said to me, well, at least be presentable. First of all, if y'all are on this channel, y'all know I had a whole problem with my hair. So I had it in the hair wrap because it's thick and a little bit of sweat, it will be looking like an afro. So I am going to be my authentic self. If I want to put my hair wrap on, I'm going to put it on. And for the monster that said that, if you don't like it, go somewhere because what I don't have is a big, blonde, ugly wig like you. So to you, ma'am, you have the audacity. And why do it be the ugly people that always have something to say? Ma'am, you are blue black with a blonde wig on. So ask yourself why you want to be a white girl and you are purple, okay? But you want to come on to my motherfucking channel and tell me how I should look presentable. Even when I'm looking ugly, I still look better and presentable than you because even with your wig and your ugly eyelashes and your ugly makeup on, you are still ugly. So please don't come over here because from time to time, I will look and I'm going to drag the hell out of you. Please stop. Go somewhere else with that because I be really trying to be nice. And I know y'all be trolling, but I just had to say that because sometime I'm going to have time and I'm going to drag you. Please stop playing with me and go play with somebody else. But anywho, so let's jump into why I am here. Okay. So as I told y'all, I was going to keep y'all in the knowing about what's going on with this particular case. Now, they had a what do I want to say? A court date for the 28th. So I was going to show up for the court date. I had sent in my information and I was ready to go. In all honesty, I didn't think I was going to get approved because although I was ready to submit it, it kind of slipped my mind. And I looked up and I was like, oh, shoot, today is the 25th. It's on the 28th. So they say you have to do it within 24 hours. So the court hearing, and I think I kind of spoke a little bit too fast. So when I say the court hearing, I'm saying for Dr. Heavenly's son, okay? So he was charged with a felony. He was also charged with a misdemeanor. To my recollection, I think the misdemeanor was dismissed. Don't quote me on it, but I thought I saw that. But I could just be talking and I just thought I saw, but I really believe the misdemeanor was dismissed. So he is scheduled to be in court in Fulton County on Monday at 9:30 a.m. Today, I submitted the form at around 10 o'clock, and I just knew that they were going to decline it. But I said, okay, if they decline it, that's fine. At least I know that I submitted it, because it says 24 hours. And I was like, I was about an hour short, but they did send it back to me. You're all good. But what I learned is that they were not going to appear in person. So it was going to be a virtual hearing. So I was like, okay, well, wait a minute. I got to go all the way down there to watch this on a screen, whatever. So I said, okay, whatever. So I was game to do it. But this is what happened. So if you guys recall, I'm not going to go into every single detail about the case, but he was charged for attempting to run over a police officer. Maybe he didn't think that's what he was doing, but allegedly, well, I don't even need to say allegedly, but that is what the police officer thought. I'm sure his defense is going to be something different. And he was charged and arrested, let go, yada yada. So he is appearing for this open case. Now, what I have saw thus far said that he was going to have a jury trial. Now, today, all of a sudden, and let me see if I can show y'all the email. All of a sudden, after I was approved to go to record, I received an email like, oh, it was actually, the email wasn't even an hour afterwards. So I sent in my, credentials and all of that. Well, it ain't really much you got to do but fill out a form. I sent it in. She says, thank you. You're all good to go, yada, yada. So I, reached out to her just to confirm, what, how is the setup, being that it was going to be Zoom. She confirmed and clarified everything. And then I got this email. And I can share it with you. I mean, it does have a phone number, but it is this is for the court. So it's not like it's a secret, right? Because it's not like somebody's phone number at home. This is from the court. If you guys can see right there, this is what she said. The attorney and client has been excused from appearing on Monday. Therefore, you will not have to appear. The next hearing has not been scheduled yet. So the first thing that came to my mind when I saw that, I'm like, what does that mean? So it seems like that possibly he has pled guilty. Now, I'm not saying that, he pled guilty, but the hearing for Monday was the hearing in terms of moving forward with a jury trial. If you guys recall, maybe you don't recall, but that is what they were going to do. But all of a sudden, the hearing was canceled. When I go to look it up, it doesn't really show anything. And I assume that possibly it would show maybe next week or something, because there was nothing in there. So if I would go and look up at the case right now, what it says is that they were scheduled for the 28th, April the 28th, for a plea and arraignment. So a plea. Am I pleading guilty? Am I pleading not guilty? But based on what I had saw, it looked like from everything I saw that he said that they were going to move forward with an actual, what am I trying to say? A jury trial. And let me just show you guys this. I'm going to show y'all this because this is probably going to help, because sometimes I need to see stuff, child. So here we go. So this was going to be for Monday. So this was Monday. Monday, the case was set for a plea and the arraignment on 4/28 at 9:30. It gives you the judge's information. As you guys can see, it says the hearing will be conducted via video telephone conference through the Zoom application. Okay. Then all of a sudden, it was canceled, and I was notified that the attorney, nobody is actually appearing, or basically what she said is they do not have to appear. So let me kind of break it down for the people in the back. So what the attorney does, and I am not an attorney, but I know attorneys. I don't work with attorneys. I know a little bit about it, but I don't know, the law or anything. I can look it up just like y'all can. So generally, what your attorney or his attorney is doing, they should be working with the state to see what can we do so that we can be done with this entire case. Perhaps, just perhaps, he has taken some sort of a plea because the hearing scheduled for Monday has been, it's just not happening. And as a matter of fact, if I were to read the email that she sent to me, it says, therefore, you will not have to appear. The next hearing date has not been scheduled yet. So I'm not sure what is happening. My thoughts is perhaps, just maybe, he is going to take some kind of a plea, and hopefully, if they can prove that he did this, that wouldn't be good. And it seems like they probably can, just because if you see how this case has been dragged out, if y'all know anything about, cases and what people do, what they try to do is drag cases out, because essentially when you drag a case out, if there is witnesses, sometimes the witnesses don't show up. A lot of things can happen when you drag the case out. Now, with regards to this, there's an officer involved, but again, time works for most people. Like if you drag it out, we don't know who may show up. So I believe that was the strategy here, but I'm not confirming that was the strategy. But at any rate, like I said, I wanted to jump on here and give y'all an update. The court date for April the 28th, Monday, it has been canceled, and possibly, just possibly, that there is going to be a plea. Now, let me just answer one other thing, because I see this a lot of times in the chat. People will say, why do you repeat yourself? Because when you are speaking to people, you should repeat yourself, because people will say, they will ask you the same question. Like even when I do this video, I promise you, there'll be people in the chat that's going to ask the very thing that I said. So when you speaking to people, you should repeat yourself, because everybody don't hear the same thing. Even if you said it just as plain to everybody, people hear different things. So the more you repeat yourself, the more people will get it. Hello. All right. So that's pretty much it. Y'all have a great weekend, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.